Trillions are about to enter crypto, and in this video we're going to cover the big rotation that is taking place right now, and we're also going to cover the imminent short term for Bitcoin, the Bitcoin CME gap, and so many more interesting things. We're also going to cover the seasonality for Bitcoin and the gold versus Bitcoin correlation and the Ethereum price. So if this sounds interesting, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. So first of all, Bitcoin is trading around 114.1, and yesterday we had reacted at 116.4 before seeing this downtrend, and now it looks like we are bouncing from this level of support right here. And if we can reclaim the 115.6k area, we could expect higher prices for Bitcoin, but if we lose this level of support, we could see lower prices and potentially create a double top for Bitcoin. And we also have a CME gap at around 111,000, so that's also why I think it's likely that we come down to fill the CME gap before continuing higher, because these gaps tend to get filled sooner rather than later. Approximately 95% of these gaps tend to get filled, so we need to consider that. And if we take a look at the most important levels of support and resistance for Bitcoin, a very important level to break above now, in my opinion, is the 117, 118k for Bitcoin, because if we do so, I think we could see a new all-time high for Bitcoin, because when we broke above that level over here, we then went to a new all-time high, and also over here a new all-time high. So that could potentially happen again if we break above this major important level of resistance. And if we are about to see this potential double top, we could see lower prices for Bitcoin and potentially see a bounce around this level and potentially fill the wick before continuing higher. And it also makes sense that we would bounce from the 54 SMA and the 50 simple moving average here and bounce to new all-time high, potentially as we have seen over here and over here. However, if we lose the 54 SMA, things could look dangerous, as we have seen in previous cycles. So what we would like to see is, of course, a bounce. So having limit orders at around 100,000 just in case could be a great idea potentially. And the FOMC meeting is taking place in roughly 1 day and 10 hours time. And currently there's a 97.8% chance of a rate cut. And I am most likely going to stream this event, so put the notification bell on right now to not miss out on that. And now in October we are currently down 0.04%, and in my opinion it's very likely that we end in green, because previously, if we take a look back in history, in 2015, 16, 23, and 24 here, when we ended September in green, we closed October in green. So in my opinion, we are going to see a close above 114,000 most likely for Bitcoin in October, and that is going to send October in green. And then we have November ahead of us, approximately 46% on average. So I'm expecting a very bullish month next month for Bitcoin, and this could send Bitcoin but also altcoins way higher towards the end of the year. And yesterday we had 149.3 million in inflows into the Bitcoin ETF, 65.3 from BlackRock. And if we take a look at Ethereum, we had 133.9 and 72.5 million from BlackRock. Gold is very overbought according to the RSI, and we haven't been this overbought since 1973. However, now we are seeing this cool off and the gold is dumping and money is rotating into Bitcoin. So in my opinion, we're going to see a consolidation phase here for gold, potentially even dumping. If we take a look at the set score, we are currently also oversold here for Bitcoin, but we are going to the upside now, so I'm expecting a massive pump for Bitcoin. And we are also bouncing from this beautiful level of support, so every single time we have been bouncing from this level of support, and if we can break above this major level of resistance, we could see a massive pump for Bitcoin, sending us to a new all-time high in the end of the year and into 26 potentially. And if we take a look at this chart, gold is currently dumping here, topping out, while Bitcoin is pumping. And I do think Bitcoin is going to continue to pump here for the next few weeks and potentially make a new all-time high, because when gold was leading the way over here, massively pumping here, Bitcoin was making a new all-time high. So imagine what Bitcoin can do when Bitcoin is leading the way here. And previously here, when Bitcoin is leading the way, we are seeing massive pumps here. massive pumps. So I'm expecting the same thing to happen over again for Bitcoin, and this could send Bitcoin to, in my opinion, at least 130,000 to make a new all-time high. And the global empty money supply is also indicating prices at roughly 140,000, and we have been seeing this decoupling, but I'm expecting a catch up now for Bitcoin to see new all-time highs. So trillions are about to enter crypto, in my opinion, and this could of course send the Bitcoin way higher because Bitcoin's market cap is relatively low compared to gold. And if we take a look at this Ethereum bull flag, we are trading at 4.1 approximately, and in my opinion, we are approaching the resistance. And if we can break above, we could see a massive pump for Ethereum to 6.3k approximately. And for Ethereum to catch back with the Bitcoin this cycle, we need to go to $8,000 plus. So we could potentially make a very good catch-up trade here on Ethereum compared to Bitcoin. And if BTC is also looking very good in my opinion, retesting previous resistance into new support before seeing higher prices. And last cycle we saw ETH BTC go all the way up here, and that could of course potentially happen this cycle as well. But in my opinion, we're at least going to see a pump to the upside here, and then Ethereum will of course outperform Bitcoin massively if that happens. And if we take a look at others BTC, we are currently trading around this major level of support, multiple year and multiple cycle support, and right now we are about to make a bullish crossover, and this could send altcoins way higher in my opinion. So if history is about to repeat here, we could potentially pump to this resistance line, and then we will most likely see the biggest altcoin season that we have ever seen if that is taking place. And that could potentially happen if QE starts next year. But if QE is not starting, we could at least see some kind of pump here, and that could send the altcoins way higher. And if you're trading Bitcoin or altcoins yourself, or want to start trading yourself, you can check out Weex, because currently you can get 20% bonus available on your deposit. And you can also secure your account by linking phone number and email to get 10 to 100 coupon, and up to 800 USDT futures bonus, as you can see right here. And also you can complete futures trading tasks to earn up to 27,900 USDT. So you can click on the first link down below, create your account, extremely easy, only takes about 30 seconds, deposit and start trade over on Weex if you want to claim these bonuses. And right now is a great time, in my opinion, to potentially open up these positions. However, we have a semi gap at around 111,000 that we have to consider and take into account. And also that if we break below the 54 SMA, things could get dangerous, because according to the 4-year cycle theory, we should be topping out right now. And also we are below the parabola. And we also have a massive Bitcoin bearish divergence on the weekly. So we need to take that into account. But in my opinion, we could see higher prices because global empty money supply is indicating higher prices. We are about to see a rate cut, and gold is also cooling off right now, which could indicate that capital is likely to rotate into Bitcoin, because that's what we have seen previously. And as you can see over here, it's Bitcoin's time to lead the way, in my opinion. And don't forget to drop your thoughts down below what you think is going to happen. And I'm also going to upload a Weex tutorial very soon, so you can put on notifications so you don't miss out on that. And see you tomorrow morning. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.